Lucy and I got laid off from the airline on the same day. She decided to stay in London. I told her I was coming back here. You're going back to Manchester? Seriously? It was just till lockdown's over, I said. And to make sure my mum's alright. And anyway, it's not Manchester, it's Salford. They're two completely different places. Are they? She said. Well, what's in Salford then? Well, there's the Lowry, said eventually. She stared at me blankly. It's a theatre and exhibition centre, named after the artist. You know, Lowry. Nothing. Culture's not exactly Lucy's thing. Oh, just round the corner from my house, there's this massive shopping centre, Salford Shopping City. Well, her eyes lit up then. That sounds well posh. Is it like Westfield? Sort of, I said. It's a bit smaller. On the way up, I wondered if I should have told her about all the charity shops and discount stores and boarded up spaces, but then I thought, who cares if she's got in her head that Salford Shopping City is the height of sophistication? Who am I to tell her that Costa is the classiest thing about it? It's not like I even know her that well anyway. We used to fly together sometimes. I miss flying. Every time that plane took off, I felt like I was escaping from something. Not sure what. Still thinking about flying when the bus pulls into its final stop. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now arrived at our final destination, Salford Precinct. The temperature outside is bloody freezing and it's pissing down with rain. Soon as I step into the cold night air, my heart plummets. What the fuck am I doing here? I start getting myself in a flap, half thinking about going and get a bus straight back to the station when I suddenly hear my name. I turn around and see my mum stood there, clutching a broken brolly. Soon enough, we're walking down the precinct, arm in arm, dodging puddles. I look up, the big red lettering on the concrete tower block. Salford Shopping City. I remember my mum telling me there used to be an M&S in this big, massive market that was always buzzing. I smile. "You right?" she said. Yeah. Just happy to be home. And you know what? I really mean it.
We said we'd come back here, didn't we? Yeah, like for a reunion when we're older, like 30 or whatever. Thought that one up, didn't you? Oh, it's freezing. I was in the cinema when you rang. Watching that new Star Wars. It's shit anyway. I'd have known. Thing is, when do you ever actually do anything you say you're gonna do? I said this to your mum, like, the amount of times I've been waiting, or like I've had to sort out a lift back home myself, like the fucking middle of nowhere. Anyway, that's why I didn't answer. Should have seen the place. It was rammed. Fucking 200 people at least singing in that. Would have been proud. The thing that gets me though is how quickly everything's gone back to normal. Obviously not for Danny or Kaz and that lot, but Ellie. She's not doing too good, you know. And fucking Georgie Donaldson's fucking milking it, isn't she? Crying in class and doing all these Instagram stories. You never even knew her. Silly fucking bitch. Besides that though, people are just acting like it's the same. It's so shit. I think that's why people do graffiti, you know. That leave the mark on the world. I was here, you know. I achieved something. So I did this plaque for you here on this bench. People won't forget you. It's not an official one. I got off the internet. Just came in, my dad's screwdriver when no one was looking, and just put it in. It felt right. Just to put it here. The amount of times we sat here and necking white lightning and shouting at birds and you'd be trying to go over the fountain and you say, oh, I'm not going to get hit. Never did. Dickhead. Oh, one day, he said. One day, lad. Your mum said you ordered a new shirt. Fred Perry. So it arrived last week. Don't really understand that. Oh, Jesus. Right. I'm changing 20 minutes. Go over the fountains again. Give it another go. Nearly made it last time. You see it? Yeah, I'll give it a go. Even if it kills us. For you, mate.
In a court of law, you get picked apart, judged by maybe 10, 15 people. But in my job, times that by hundreds of thousands. With fame comes trolls, and trolls love to tear us public property apart. Thousands of people on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you know the ones, each with a faceless voice. It hid through a keyboard, a mouse, tap tap tap, click click. But the mouse doesn't squeak, it roars. And once it roars, it gets louder and bigger, and there's no taming the beast. My dad is a gentleman and very well respected. He started in films and is now in, well, he was, before they suspended him, innocent until proven guilty. My arse. He's a workaholic. He doesn't know what to do when he's not working. The things he was accused of, it was despicable. But while the world was feeding on the stomach-turning, grotesque lies they printed, our family came under attack. We had threatening letters through the door, bricks through our window, feces thrown at us in the street, and spits in our faces. The accusation blew up so big, there was no getting out. Guilty or not guilty? Well, of course I had no doubts. He was innocent, and it was proven. Yet that story didn't excite so much. It didn't give the public its thrill. So it didn't blow up. It didn't get press. Well, I'll never be as talented as my dad. I'm always getting ridiculed. I recently moved here to Manchester because I had to get away. I couldn't stand to see the pain in my dad anymore. He had to go through it every day. So it's my turn to face the flak. I lost my job on a soap. I made the mistake of speaking up, and boy have I paid the price. Celebrities don't speak up. That's the rule, right? Just shut up and look pretty. And if you don't look pretty, well, it'll sell more stories. Oh, this is my tram. Sorry if I was rattling on. Felt nice talking to someone real. I was thinking about jumping in front of one, if I'm honest. Don't tell the press. You Mancunians make me feel at home. Thank you.
My dad was old-fashioned, but he liked you. He thought you were a bit mean to Bernard Manning, but he would. Even my mum used to think women weren't funny. It's not a career, is it? She used to say. Comedy? It's just messing about. That's why so many blokes do it, because, well, they don't grow up, do they? A crowd can sense fear, learn that the hard way. I mean, there's always one, isn't there? Front row, arms folded, face like a dog what just licked a nettle. Come on then, love. Make me laugh. I started to think I couldn't do it. When you're told over and over, women can't be funny, can't be daft, can't dick about because, well, we don't have dicks. I was going to give up. It's your fault, I'm still here, you know. Standing backstage, waiting for the compere to call my name. Watching you growing up, which I probably shouldn't have, never seen out like it. And when the self-doubt started and I internalised the negativity, I'd watch you again and it'd remind me that it was all just bollocks. You were funny. You were real, and even when you played a character, and you were never afraid. Those jokes were ours. They were our families and our houses and our lives. You were our Caroline. So I say a little prayer before I go on, by care of Sister Mary Immaculate, obviously. I know it's daft. I know it's not like you never have a shit gig, but you don't let it stop you. And when I'm up on that stage, I know you're watching, laughing, hopefully. And even if it's shit, I know you'll be there for me. Or maybe it's Mrs. Merton with a cup of tea and a joke. One time, a promoter told me he only puts one woman on a bill, just in case our cycles sync up and we all start telling jokes about our periods. This, while the third male comic of the night was telling yet another joke about wanking. Women, he says, women only have 3 jokes. They hate being fat, they hate men, and they love cake. Well, I said, it's more than you. He didn't laugh. I know you would have done. It was your joke. But if you're going to steal them, then steal from the best. I'm here because you showed me I deserve to be. Showtime.
I like green. My favourite kind of green is grass green. But not growing grass. No, I actually like the green of the grass that's already been cut, just left behind in piles. It's slightly paler than its withstanding successors, but when the wind comes under it and you just see these small bunches just drifting about in the breeze, and you see them floating about, and it has this amazing smell, and withstanding successes. Talking about grass. Ah, who do I think I am? Who do I think you are? And what would you do on a night like this with a person like that? What do I do? Well, I work in an office in town. It's alright. Actually, I'm not really enjoying it. No, I've not always done that. No, fairly new. New to it all. All of it. There was this other place. And it's hard to explain. Not that long ago, but very different to right now. And I was a journalist. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty great, really. So why did I leave this other place? I made a bad decision. And it all happened so quickly, and I didn't realise I wouldn't be able to reverse it. So now I'm here, and it's not how I expected it to be. Can we swap back now? I'm sorry. I know it was my idea, but I just thought it was an opportunity I mean, we couldn't waste. And you said it'd be really similar. You said that I was similar. You know, we had the same eyes, and the same nose, the same mouth, the same hair, the same taste in music, the same taste in food, the same taste in men. But it's different here. Like when it's raining. Do you know the smell when the water hits the dust on the ground? God, I love that smell. I loved that smell. But it doesn't smell the same here. It just isn't the same here. The sky at night isn't black and deep. And the clouds, they aren't wispy and white. The grass isn't green. Not my green. So, can we just switch back? This isn't my face. And this isn't my world. Can you hear me?
It's really weird seeing it closed. I mean, that place, let's just say it was the beginning for me. Pete took me under his wing. He saw me. Boxing wasn't really a girl's thing in the 80s, but me, I was a proper tomboy. One of the lads. I'd quite happily take on any of the boys at school, give them a run for their money. I was always in one brawl or another. So angry I was. So bloody angry. Ended up getting myself expelled, didn't I? Social workers involved. I didn't tell them anything. An outlet I needed. For my aggression, you know. Mamsy-pamsy shite, my dad said. Try boxing. No girl of mine is doing that. She's not a lesbo. Actually, I am. Well, I wasn't. I just said that for a rise. Although I did try it with Julie Braithwaite down the road. I thought I was. I really thought I was. Anyway, I knew I wanted to try boxing. So while all this is going on, my mum sat there with her doll face. The world's a breeze and all that, buried beneath her expensive makeup. I was determined to get to Salford Lads Club. A few of the hard boys trained there. Still, I was bricking it. How would I act? What would I wear? I was the only girl. Like I said, Pete looked after me. Told the lads the score, and I soon settled in. They were like my second family. And then there he was,
sat with his crate of beer, tenant super and a whiskey chaser. Weenie men shouting at Mike Tyson on the telly. Me simmering, seething. I'm gonna knock him out one of these days. Knock 7 bells out of him. A right hook, an uppercut, and he's down. Women's featherweight champion of the world. I didn't half take it out on that punch bag. Pretended it was that waste of space and that me mum would get the courage and strength to leave him. It's the drink, she'd say with half an eye open. She did leave him in the end. So when I saw him there, frail, fight gone, I didn't want to pummel his face in. I actually felt sorry for him. He's no one. Yeah, he's my dad, I suppose. Sad though. I must have mellowed. So this virus has got a lot to answer for. Salford Lads Club needs to open again soon. I keep thinking, what are all these kids doing? The ones that were like me or worse. This place made me feel safe. And it's made me who I am today. It's a lifeline. Oh. And it's not just for lads. I made sure of that.
We've been kidding around since Christmas. You coughed, coronavirus. You sneezed, coronavirus. Yeah, we didn't properly know the symptoms back then. Scientifically inaccurate bants. Uni teaching me nothing. Why Salford? My mum had asked way back. To expand my horizons, I'd said. We're living Wally Range, she'd said. Exactly. New city, new me, I'd said. The day I'd moved to Peel Park was one to behold. Salford was my Tiger Park and I was the Tiger King. If Manchester was Tom Kerridge, Salford would be Gary Usher. Both top, but one a bit more sweary. Oh, and so March, and the world went a bit. There was talk of remote lectures, learning from one's bed. The speed at which I'd learned to position the laptop so as not to betray my literal seat of learning was frightening. Lockdown Lowdown, the name of our WhatsApp group. I'd made a mental inventory of the shelves in Sol Food. Instructions simple. Every routine purchase must be supplemented by enough crisps to keep the house sharing snacks for one day's lockdown. And then, that Friday, King's Arms, a resounding series of beeps reverberated round the pub as notifications hit. The pub was hours away from the ultimate last orders. Admittedly, the Lockdown Lowdown group hadn't quite been hitting its targets. Joe brought that 24 pack of Watsits. However, a plethora of maize-based snacks does not a lockdown stockpile make. Sam had put his coat on. And where are you going? I'd asked. the cats finally deigned to sit with us. We was going to pack for home. Joe packed the next day. Monday night, just me and Zara left. When the blow was dealt. Lock down. 12 packets each though. I knew the end was nigh when Zara let me watch Corrie. Still, 24 packets. And there's always Zoom, which until a few weeks ago was a lolly from the 90s. You can't be lonely when there's a group of people sporting forced grins talking over each other on a screen. You can still see my mum. The number 111 stops right outside the gates on Barlowmore Road. Forest is still trading. 6 weeks. Quickly turned into 6 months. Should be entitled to a free bunch by now. Couldn't wait to leave home. I just want my own space. A tedious teen mantra. Someone always worse off. Zara can't get what's his back in Bath for love nor money.
Almighty God, we pray that your grace may assist us in the ministerial priesthood to serve worthily and devoutly, in complete purity and in good conscience. Forgive me, Lord, for what I am about to say. Bugger, bugger, bugger! I'm going global today, streaming a sermon online. Meister Cathedral is closed, so we've got to spread the word of God from our homes. Better have a quick tidy round before I film it. This is my moment to shine. 20 homes. Still, better than nothing, I suppose. I'm here to spread the word of God any way I can, and I'm shitting myself! I've got nothing to say. Nothing profound. Realise I'm not a smart ass like the Dean who, in a moment of crisis, would say something like, "Oh, the word of the Lord is appropriate. Speak the words." Insufferable. I want to express my truth for a straight. I want to express my truth for a change. I want to express my secret delight that despite everything going wrong, this delays Liverpool FC from being crowned league champions. But I can't. It'd be inappropriate and wrong. Bless me, Lord, for I have sinned. Oh, you already know that. You always do. The one time I'm asked to go global, and it's not the rock star moment I imagine it to be. Still, a priest has got to do what a priest has got to do. So let me do this one last time, just for today.
I crashed my car into the bridge. I don't care. I love it. I don't, Yeah, oh, sorry. Can I have a large cheesy chips, please, with gravy? Thank you so much. Yeah, hang on. Phone's ringing. Hiya. You what? Fucking fresh bites. Hello, last everyone me. I'm steaming. What's wrong with fresh bites? I'm not gonna get the Rona, Oscar. Do I look like I give a fuck? Do I sound like I give a fuck? Got cheesy chips coming. Fuck off. I don't want to go to your craft bar and drink your weird beer. Nah. Spenny. Want to go spoons. What's wrong with spoons? Who the fuck is Tim Martin? Oh, fucking hell, go fight him then. Don't know where the girls are. They're in that soup gaff. Reckon Kelsey would probably go spoons. Nah, it was shit. Saw Jess in there. Remember her? Yeah. Bet you don't. Bet you don't. She'd eye you up all the time at uni. No. Like you didn't know. Like you didn't know. This is my boyfriend. I was in lockdown with him for 8 months. I'm out for one night, and here he is bleating on the phone, asking where I am. You what? Yeah, I'm not paying £8 for a fucking pint. $2.50 in Moon Under. Shit music and all. Yeah. Wanna go yes bar? Yes! Why the fuck they put the most northern quarter bar so fucking far away from northern quarter, I don't know. Fucking right Shrek. Good music though. Proper. What? Fuck work. I'll call in sick. Say I've got Rona. I'll get an Uber. Do what you want, Oscar. You good, babe? Yeah, I bet you would. Nah, there's this lad thinks he's all that. You what? Big what? Fucking hell, who calls you that? Your mum. Yeah. That's mine. Nice one. Thanks, babe. Babe. You know, I'm gonna scram these chips, yeah. Then I'm gonna go spoons. That's where all the girls are, right? Kelsey and them. Come if you want. Or don't. I don't care. I love it.
Lived in the same place for nearly 50 years. You feel like you really know it. You know, every smell, sound, building, street name, schools, shopkeepers, families, everything. All the ins and outs, the back streets and the shortcuts. Becomes a part of who you are. Makes up your DNA. And this city, this wonderful, kind, historic, beautiful city, this is it. This is me. I'm Manchester. So you might be wondering what I'm doing stood in Piccadilly Gardens waiting for a Manchester sightseeing tour on an open top bus and the pissing down rain. Well, we were given these tickets as an anniversary gift about 6 months ago now. When I say we, I mean me and Brian. Some friends gave them to us because they'd recently done the tour and they were surprised at what they found out, that they didn't know about the city. Like, did you know 25 Nobel Prize winners either worked or studied at Manchester University? 25! I didn't either. Or that Manchester had the very first free public library, biggest population of students in Europe, with a football capital, with our 2 great teams, and produced some of music's finest artists. All here, in this city. Oh, I'm sorry. You're obviously waiting to take the tour as well. I didn't mean to spoil it for you. I'm sure there'll be plenty more things to discover. I don't know why I'm here, really. I didn't want to do it when we got given the tickets, and I'm not sure if I want to do it now. Brian did. It actually excited him. He said, "We'll sneak some drinks in our bags and get merry on the way round. We'll correct the tour guide when she goes round and take plenty photographs." He died a few days after our anniversary. Selfish sod. Suppose I'm doing it for him, really. I've got me a little bottle of sherry in my handbag, and I've brought a photograph of us both when we first met. Oh, God, I'm soppy. But he loved Manchester same as me. It just felt right this morning when I got up. So here I am. And here's the bloody bus. Nobody told me to be bright green.
Picture the scene. It is a raucous, brawling atmosphere. A sawdust-laden floor awash with spittle and vomit. Leering men pining over ladies who were, shall we say, less than ladies. Tankards overflowing with ale and me. I was just 15 when I came to this place. I'd been in service a couple of years. My mum and dad had sent me off to the country to do laundry and cooking and cleaning and washing, and I was happy enough with my lot. That was until the master decided that he wanted to buy into this place, this tavern, this ale house. 1850 it were, and the inn were up for sale. It was the Adelphi brewery that were selling it, and I heard the master say that he fancied being some sort of property owner up Salford way. And how about himself and herself becoming landlords? Next thing I knew, we were here. Lock, stock and barrel, and my country life was no more. If I thought that I'd seen hard work in the big house, I had seen nothing until I started grafting here. As well as all the domestic duties that I had to do, I also had to wait on the bar helping pull tankards of frothy ale and setting them down on the counter 2 at a time. If I spilt so much as a drop of that stuff, I'd get a clip round the ear roll, one from the master and one from the chap I was serving it to. As I got a little bit older and a little bit more mature in figure, master made sure that I enticed all the chaps into buying more ale, speaking saucily to them and offering them a little glimpse of my bosoms if they were a little hesitant in putting their hands in their pockets for the price of a pint. 7 barrels a week, master would say on a Monday, and Lord help me if we'd not sold them by Sunday night. Barrels were kept in the cellar. It was cold down there, you see, and to get down there you had to go down some narrow stone steps. He'd have me fetching barrels up and taking them back down when they were empty. Anyway, it were a Sunday, and we were on our 6th barrel of the week. "Get down there and fetch up last barrel, Liza," he said. I was so tired that week. Men had been pouring at me and casting their dirty eyes over me, and I had my weight cut out trying to keep 'em off me. But down the narrow stairs I trudged, on my way back up, with the full barrel number 7, I lost my footing. I landed in a broken heap with a barrel on top of me. Ale and blood everywhere. Me ma and dad came in a cart and took me back home to the local churchyard. Master left this place in 1858, and he did sell his 7 barrels a week. 7.5 actually, for 7.5 years. If you ever come to the King's Arms and the landlord has to change the barrel for you, make sure that you've been listening and you've been counting. If it's the 7th one, you might even hear me cry out as I tumble perpetually over and over down those steps. And if you were to look, oh so carefully, you might even see me disappear through the cellar door. But then again, ale does do a funny thing to a man's mind.
Take me anywhere tonight.
Take me anywhere. I don't care. That's my vibe when we're free to dance again. We will have the best reunification in human history. But I don't drink or dance. Go on then. You twisted my arm. Withy Grove Stores. I always love that building. Band on the wall. I see your ghost light. If that venue goes, I don't know what I'll do. I may have lost 2 of my vital senses, but I haven't lost my sense of hearing. That noise on social media is deafening, but I can't stop listening. I'm longing for that lucid dream to become real, lost in a trance, for that crack in my chest to happen. That moment when I open up my arms high in the air and surrender to the music. It will be the most incredible festival the earth has ever seen. Wearing my heart on my sleeve and being reflective has always been a personal trait of mine, and I'm not sure if it's a positive or a negative one. Back to the current state of mind. I witnessed the artists using their time creatively. Inspirational. The goodwill and kindness of strangers has blown me away on both a global and personal scale. You can only start with yourself to do good in this world. Each night, at that golden hour, I can see the glimmer of a light flickering on the horizon. That light is hope. It never goes out. Nice talking to you.